What are we doing? How are we? How are we? Are we all having a good day? Isn't it absolutely fantastic? I mean, genuinely fantastic. Let's have a look what it says. Well, it says 14 degrees Celsius, 14 C. When the wind is a bit cold, when that hits you, it feels cooler, but it genuinely feels warm. The sun is out. There's people out absolutely everywhere. Obviously, I'm in a seaside town, so people come to the seaside to have a nice wander on the beach and things like that. But I don't know what it is. It does a little bit of good for the soul, I think. Just coming out and seeing people relaxed and happy, feeling a bit of sunshine, feeling a bit of sun on the skin. It's definitely a tonic when it's needed as well. And the thing is, you see, I'm not someone who shies away from winter. I'm a fan of a big coat. I like a big coat. I like being cold and then coming home and warming up. So it's not like I'm one of these sun seekers who needs to be warm all the time. I'm not. I really am not. During the summer, I suffer badly with hay fever, which is a pain in the arse. But today, it is a bit of a tonic for the soul. Kirsty, how you doing? How's things? Jess, you're sitting in the garden because it's UV4. We had this conversation yesterday, you brainless gimp. Doesn't matter what UV it is. It depends on how much time you spend out there. Do not get burned, Jess. Otherwise, I'll sell you into slavery in Azerbaijan. Nice day though, isn't it? I am Andy. How are you doing? You okay? Jess. I am parked up by the beach. You, of course, earlier on with Grandad's car, with Grandad, having your driving lesson, came down here, and now I'm parked here. Jess is taking driving lessons at the moment, and she's doing very, very well, apparently. Yeah, it's only UV4 till 3:30. Are you sure? What happens if it's UV3 till 4:30? What happens if it's 3.5 UVs till 4? You don't know these things, Jess. Sort your shit out. Botrix has correctly joined the channel. Mandy, get chatting, you learn points here, girl. It is stunning, really is. I'll point you around in a minute. Blackpool is just over that direction, looking very stately in the sunshine. There's no sea to be seen, apart from pretty much on the horizon, but that's just because the way it is at Southport. If I walk, I'm not walking. I will later, but I'll walk a mile that direction, or 2 miles rather. There will be sea coming in on the shore. Just weird the way it works. I have been to Argos. Fucking who? Been to Argos, got me shizzle. And then because it's record store day, I have also been to a record store, obviously. Let's have a look what you could have won. Sorry about the noise here, like. Yet again, another Cocteau Twins album, rather. This one's Garlands. Had to be done. And in the same vein, This Mortal Coil, Filigree and Shadow. This Mortal Coil, of course, being made up of lots of artists on the 4AD label. So it's very Cocteau Twins sort of heavy as well. I cannot get enough of Liz Fraser's voice at the moment, which is why I'm absolutely smashing it. I went out earlier on and did a little bit of dronage. I will be doing a bit more dronage. and I'll be going for a walk, a stroke walk, and I will be taking with me. I can show you all this shit now, can't I may as well. I'll show you the equipment of a absolute dog shit YouTuber. There's my little drone. I mean this one, Jess, not you. My little drone. So I'll do a little bit more of that. And also, my GoPro on a stick. Not the moon on a stick, a GoPro on a stick. So hopefully I'll be able to get some decent footage of that there stroke walk. Steve, how you doing, bud? How's things? Afternoon to you too, mate. How's the footy getting on? Jess, it goes to UV3 at 3:30. Just make sure you don't get burned. I can't be arsed sitting in the hospital with you for hours on hours and hours and hours on end. Am I taking you live on the walk? I doubt it, because I need to get a video up as well. An actual video. But I will say, because it's a lovely, lovely day. I mean, proper lovely. Hang on, let's have one look. See if you can see this. No, don't zoom your helmet. Now that I've done this, there's no bastard around, obviously. As you can see, barely a cloud in the sky. Very warm. To the point where I've got to open the window because I am absolutely melting. So, excuse the road noise. But it is absolutely glorious. Hoi Hadwig, hoe gaat het met je? Goedendag. Het is een beetje warm hier op de strand. In fact, it's not a little bit warm, it's very warm. And it's busy. Looking great, you had showers all day, oh, it's a shame. Blue skies on the east coast as well, but cold in the wind. It's pretty much what we've got here, but the wind is a bit more fresh than cold, to be honest with you. It's cooling things down nicely. Just occasionally when a gust hits you, it feels like it's not yet proper summer, but it feels like it's summer light. To be fair, we're still just in April, aren't we? We've got left about a week and a half of it, so we're doing all right. I had to take my car in again this morning, because there's a split in the hose on the turbo, so it's losing boost pressure and it's driving like a pig. And I've seen Ian, the genius mechanic, ordered the part. It's going to take about 5 minutes to fit and I'll be back to normal. So I'm going to take it easy. I was hoping it'd be sorted by now. Up at strand. Yes, how do we? Here we go. There we are. The beach and the pier. Very nice. A bit further down that way, which is closer to the pier and closer to the bigger main car park. There's loads more people. People just wandering up and down. There's ice cream trucks. As I said when I first started this, it's just nice seeing people with a smile on their face. Relaxed. You know what it's like when, I was in Tesco yesterday and everyone looked miserable and stressed and having a go with each other. Today it's just more relaxed, more chilled. That little bit of sunshine. The fact that it's a weekend as well. Not everyone's working. Just seems to be giving people a bit more of an opportunity to relax. So it's a vibe that I can get on board with. Especially with this, I am going to try and get a bit more droney footage. It's definitely looking rather nice today. Try a few modes that I haven't done yet. Steve, who are we playing this week? We are playing Nottingham Forest tomorrow on TV. Two absolute dog shit teams. Expect an absolute dog shit game. Normal, yeah, pushing it slightly. It is nice living close to the beach, and I do not come down here very often, or I didn't anyway. I used to live about 300 metres from the beach a few years ago, and never even set foot on it. Even on days like this, normally I live 2.5 miles, 3.5 kilometres away from the beach. I'd normally be sat in the house watching TV while it's sunny and nice and people are chilled. So all this goes on without even seeing it, which is why I think part of it is it's nice being here today, being out the house. I don't need to sit and watch TV. Yeah, Steve, there's plenty of tourists here at the moment, thankfully. I think we need them. We need a few quid in the coffers. Huge 6-pointer, definitely. If we win that one, I think we're safe-ish. If we don't, we are banging in trouble, mate. Banging in trouble. But to hell with the consequences. If we get relegated out of the Premier League, I will not shed a tear. It is absolutely filthy, dirty, corrupt, a cesspit, a moral vacuum. Getting rid of replays because the top 6 have had 5 replays in the last decade. Fucking idiots. Long-term pains for short-term games. I need to find out when they're opening the pier again. It's been shut for a few years now because it was dangerous. I think the planks that they put down were recycled, but instead of being recycled and treated by someone who knew what they were doing, they were recycled and treated and installed by Laurel and Hardy by the look of it. So they didn't want people falling to the death from it. So they've been spending years now trying to get the money together to fix the bloody thing. The council can't pay because they've got no money, despite the fact that it's a very rich town, or it's a town full of rich people. But of course, these rich people, these footballers, don't pay tax, so nothing gets fixed. Steve, you're Preston at home. I like Preston. I've got loads of mates from Preston. I've spent a lot of time working there, so got a soft spot for them. Good team as well. They're a team I wouldn't mind seeing in the Premier League if we stay up. And if we don't, I don't know. I've never been to Preston to watch Everton, so I don't know if I'd get me head stoved in. They normally leave me alone when I'm just wandering around the streets there. Mind you would, wouldn't you? Being a big chap, I tend to avoid people trying to have a go at me, just in case it turns out I'm a lunatic, which I'm not really. Shut up, Jess. See, I know I'm in a car, and cars do get warm in the sun, but it is ridiculously hot. 14 degrees, my baboon's arse. Need that bit of wind. I also need to know exactly what that is over there. I think it's the Forest of Bowland. I can't be 100% sure, but I'd like to find out because it looks fantastic. Looks very, I don't want to say mountains because it's not the Himalayas, but it's definitely hilly. Minor mountains, you know what I mean? I'll find out what it is, and if it's close enough, I might go a little bit of a travelling. Because I need to get out of the car. Once it's fixed, I need to get out and get a few miles under my belt. Chrome up here gets well looked after because the R&I boathouse at the end of it. We've got a brand new boathouse, absolute out of this world, which is just a bit further away from the pier. But they spent millions on it and they've left the pier to go to shit. And it's a shame because it used to be, the pier was always chocker. There was a nice bar at the end of it, a little amusement arcade, people constantly on a little train going up and down, and they just let it go to rack and ruin. As most things, you know, it's just ridiculous. Over where? Over there. Right there on the stairs. Don't forget to hit the like. Yeah, damn right, hit the like. Hit that, smash that like. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the notification bell. Do you know what? Don't. Just keep an eye on the channel. That's all you need to do. Because that's the truth. I don't think you get notified for shorts, do you? Be a good idea not to get notified for shorts, because otherwise, if I'm posting about 20 a day, you get so pissed off. You're going, oh my word. Triumph stag. Drop top. Park up, you bastard. Park up. I want to go and take some pictures of that. If that parks up, I'm going up there to have a look. Oh, it did. I'm going to go there in a minute. It's lovely. Yeah, over there. I think it's the Trough of Bowland and the Forest of Bowland, which isn't too far. I think that's doable in my condition. I think it's doable. It's probably an hour. Maybe an hour in the car. I'll look into it. But I wouldn't mind going and seeing a little bit of something different. This year is going to be a different year. One, I will definitely go to the Lawnmower Museum. Definitely. Two, the Botanic Gardens once it gets a little bit warmer. Definitely. What else? I'm trying to make a list of places I need to go to. Because I need to make some more videos for the channel, obviously. Get some more watch hours. We're doing all right, but we could do better. Definitely need more watch hours, so watch more videos, you wonderful people. Hadawich to you, every molehill is a mountain. It is. There's a thing on Twitter, they showed you the relief map of the Netherlands, and it is completely flat apart from one or two little bits, and then just down south of Maastricht, it's quite hilly, isn't it? Quite hilly and mountainousy, which is weird. And now in Enschede, you used to go to the border, and as soon as you went over the road, it went upwards. It's just mad. Very, very hilly as soon as you get out of the Netherlands. Saf, salutations, bud. Yes, the beach with the statues. Crosby Beach with the Anthony Gormley, another place, statues, which should be utterly fabulous. Yep, South Limburg and the Utrecht Hills. It was literally just completely flat, and then there was just a couple of little bits that looked like the rest of the world does. Apart from that, the Netherlands is stupidly flat. It's like a billiard table, but it works perfectly for speed skating on the canals and for cycling and for canals in general. The beach with the sea, yes, that would be all the beach apart from this bastard here. Formby. I'm going to try Ainsdale as well. Ainsdale's a nice beach, and it's not as far as Formby. One of these days I'll pop in. I might go in early of a morning, even if it's not sunny, just go in and have a quick squiz. I should have come here while the big storms were on, because we had spring high tides and storms, and the waves were absolutely battering the place, which would have looked nice. Seth, you've not missed anything, mate. Kirsty, your bag of crisps has got a hole in it. Oh man, devastated. All the nitrogen has been let out because they're not full of air, they're full of nitrogen. It keeps them nice. I'm at the seaside, I'm at the sea. Am I at Dogger Bay? Saf, I am here. Someone's just walking past with a dog, actually. I am in the dogging spot. The ultimate dogging spot. Never even opened the packet, which is annoying. Yeah, we used to, obviously, living in a pub, we used to sell crisps, and occasionally you'd pick one up and you could tell straight away, this is knackered. Bin it. Chuck it in the fuck it bucket. Hello, Sawdust. Sawdust Davids. There you go. We've had jinx now. We've got sawdust. Cut autocorrect. Yeah. To be fair, you're speaking 2 languages, Hadavik, so I wouldn't worry about that. Yeah, but it's lovely. I definitely need to go for a walk, but I think I need to go closer to home to do that. It's a bit too busy at the moment. I do feel slightly self-conscious walking around with one of these in my hand, chatting shit to myself. At least if I do it near home, everyone knows there's something wrong with me, so it's no big issue. But yeah, Formby. I'm going to keep an eye on the weather. If it's nice, I'll go there fairly soon. But I know it does get very, very busy, especially near the squirrel reserve. You had the right language on. Yep. But still never worked. Jeff the Killer. I've seen his name mentioned. That's not our Jeff, obviously, is it? That's not Jeff, Blue Jeff. Jeff the evil blue bastard Jeff. No, it's another evil Jeff. Not all Jeffs are evil, by the way. People might think I'm a famous TikToker. No, I'm not doing a stupid dance. That's all they seem to do, isn't it? Knobheads dancing. How far is Morecambe? I think... Well, Blackpool's just over there. I can see Blackpool. Morecambe's just up the coast from there, so I think to get there by car it'd be about an hour and a half, because you have to go all the way round or through Preston up towards Blackpool and then further up the coast. Not far at all, to be honest, Steve. And the Lake District's not that far from here either. Once you get on the M6, it's quite easy to get to most places, which is why I want to try and go to the Forest of Bowland, which I think straddles the M6. That goes to the middle of it. I think you can... I watched a thing on Talking Pictures TV. I can't remember what it was called, but it was all about the ponies from up on the moors, and they had 2 families, one on either side of the M6, and they used to show ponies against each other. It's like really competitive pony showing. Looked amazing. Looked very bleak because it was also filmed in the 60s. In that weird, the way the colour was in the film back then made it look like it was bastard freezing. So I keep missing messages. At least the messages are on here this time. Last time when I saw my arse and had me proper full-on rant, they never showed up. Sarcasm suits you, Mandy. Yep. Sat round there, you've still got your horse and cart show competitions. I'd like to see stuff like that. And you've also got your 1600 Ford Cortinas, don't forget. The Exmoor ponies. Well, Exmoor is a long way away from here, but it's the same thing. They're down south. We've got these up on... I don't even know if it's the Forest of Bowland or it's the North Lancashire, North Yorkshire moors. It's the same thing though. Stunning little ponies. And there's normally one very contented looking stud. Not me, by the way. Who's got his fill of all the fillies. Maybe that's why they're called fillies. They're lovely and strong as well. Strong looking ponies, so they get worked. I like to go and have a look around there. Say hello to Lisa. Lisa, I'm sorry I missed your message. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Always nice to see people joining. We're at the seaside, beside the sea. It's a lovely sunny day. Open the window again because I am sweating like a 1970s Radio 1 DJ when the doorbell rings. But when I open the window, it starts getting noisy with the cars. So the cost of getting the Cortina from Durban is making it financially unviable. That's a shame. If I win the lottery tonight, I'll buy it for you, mate, and I'll get it delivered to the house. Or even better, I'll buy it, come over, and I'll deliver it myself. How's that? Come and say hello. I could do with a holiday. Yeah, Saf, you do live too far away. Given the fact that you are the only person in the entire world, the entire world that lives in the Southern Hemisphere. And by the way, when I say the entire world, what I do mean, of course, is our stream community. I'm sure there's other people in the Southern Hemisphere, although none of them remotely as important or interesting or nice as Saf. So, Sawdust, you are our Southern King. I had a look earlier on at the weather forecast, so hopefully it's going to be sound. Hopefully we might see some flowers. I haven't been for a walk around. Don't know why I'm doing that. You can't see where I'm pointing. I'm pointing at me. Well, I'm pointing at me knee. Of no use whatsoever. But I haven't been round. That little bit of a walk that I do, like that, the figure of 8. So I don't know what anything's like. There is that one house by ours where the flowers are lovely. This time, now that I've got my little handheld and my wanker stick, I'll be able to take some decent pictures of it. It's also, if you can see the top, it has a cold shoe mount. So I'll be able to stick me me Dead Cat Wind Muffy wireless mic to it. Should be much better. And before I leave, I'm going to try and get some more drone shots by the seaside, beside the sea, just to show you what it looks like, because even, let's have a look, Lisa might not have seen where we are. Saf, I don't think that'll show you. We are beside the seaside. That out there should be the Irish Sea. Instead, it is the Wales' biggest beach. The Sahara Desert has got penis envy when it comes to Southport Beach. That over there, if you can see in the distance, that would be Blackpool. Don't know if you can see it because it is. I won't be able to pinch zoom because I've only got one working hand, because I'm a melty-faced, one-sided, strokey bastard. But there we go. But it's looking rather nice. And it is hella warm, I think the kids say. Yeah, I'll show you this as well, quickly. Do you think it gets windy, slightly windy here? The little sand dunes are all absolutely wind battered. There's loads more sand dunes in that direction, which again, that's somewhere I can go. I can park up in Birkdale. There's a little, I know we're at Birkdale quite well. We used to live, like I said earlier, we used to live in a really, really nice house, a flat, top floor flat of a lovely house, where you could see the beach from the top of the house. And I never used to go, but I know that place quite well. So there's a little area you can jump through, cross a very busy road, I have to be careful doing that, and into the sand dunes. That road is the coast road. There is a video somewhere in there of me driving along the coast road. There are warnings about deer. Nobody in the history of me living in this town, 33 years, has ever seen a deer. And then this week, someone has hit a deer in the car and absolutely wiped the car out. So you never know. I might see some squirrels and a deer on the way down there. There's some seals at the Docklands in London. Cockney seals. They sit around calling each other a mug constantly. Shat show note and surf, you mag. Steve, you have to pick up Helen, who's at work. Surgery's doing a COVID clinic today. See you tomorrow, Steve. All Send me best to Helen. Drive safe. See you soon, bud. Yeah, poor dear. But deer are as thick as shit. They live in a lovely place. There's woods everywhere, and they don't know that 2 tons of steel coming towards them at 60 miles an hour is not a good idea of jumping in the front of it. The London seals domesticated the humans. Would not surprise me. Are they Millwall seals? Is that what they are? Are they angry seals? Come back here, oh fuck, he'll stripe you. I think we get seals here as well, actually. That's something I can look out for. I don't know if it's Formby or closer to Crosby. I think Formby might have them. I'm sure there's a little sign saying, if you go down this part of the beach, do not upset the seals. Keep away from them. So I'll have a look at that as well. Got scorpions in London, have you? How's that work? Oh, we got scorpions here. Don't they live in the desert? I know London's warmer than the rest of the country, like, but it's not like 20 degrees warmer. Ooh, horses. That's a big, big horse box, though. That's someone with mucho dinero, that one, I think. Those hills look fantastic. They look so inviting. Shall we find out? I say, well, I want to take a picture of them and then see if I can work out where I'm looking, what direction. I have looked before. I am sure that is. I wonder how tall they are. Can't be the Lake District. That's too far away. But I've got to take you there, haven't I? Scorpions from Germany, man. I didn't know scorpions could survive this far north either. But I suppose animals just survive, don't they? The strong ones will survive. You talk to Spitalfields. Do I have a drone? I have a little one. It's a little, you don't need to fly it, it flies itself. You press a button, tell it what to do, and then it just follows you. It's brilliant. I might see a dune rabbit. Is that a thing, or is that like a euphemism? Is that like a dogger? A dune rabbit? Someone who hangs around in the dunes, getting up to jollies. It wouldn't surprise me. There were stowaways on the fruit. Ah, right. So they come in into the fruit markets and then just off they go. Can you imagine that? A scorpion jumping out of a crate of oranges and going, bollocks to this, I'm going to see Buckingham Palace, or is that St. Paul's? It is a thing. But yeah, this 125 grams, you don't need a license to fly it. You don't need a remote control to fly it. It flies itself. If you have a look on the live streams at the moment, once I start them, I do that thing where I zoom in from space and then I zoom into the car. That was taken here in this exact spot with this drone flying all the way up into the sky and then coming back down 15 meters into the air by itself, which I think is quite fabulous, to be honest with you. I wonder. Should we try and get this to work now? Shall I show you it? Do you know what, bollocks to it? I'm going to show you. I don't know how I'm going to do this, but bear with me. We're going to try this. We are going to try this. Just one sec. Are we still there? There we go, there we go. As you can see, it's quite a distance. You've got to be careful if it's windy, because otherwise it has a habit of disappearing to Ireland or somewhere. I might have to get Ali or Jinxie to send it back to me. Come on, son, come now. Where are you? Where are you? Come on, lad. Come on, lad. Oh. Well, there you go. That was a little droney thing. How high was that? That was 15 meters. Sounds like the neighborhood cat's having a go at it. It does, but you know something? I've got another phone with me that I have the app, and what you can do is if you put the microphone into the other phone, it uses AI to cut out that high-pitched sound. So it really does. You can be stood in front of it, because one of the things that it does, you can set it on just like that in front of you. So it's like having a selfie stick in front of you, or to follow you around. And if you're doing that, it cuts out the sound perfectly. It's absolutely amazing. I still haven't really used it that much. I've been messing around with it, but I love it. I'll show you exactly how that looked as well, by the way. I don't know if I might show it on the stream tomorrow. Is that meta? Is it? Have we gone meta? I'll be able to show you a video on the stream of me on a stream. Yeah, bizarre, but there we go. It's boss. Yeah, they call it the flying selfie stick. It's not a proper drone as such, but it's such good fun. Am I afraid that a seagull will steal it? I think the noise that it makes is probably enough to scare them off. But I have seen something on YouTube where a bird of prey came in and struck. I'm not sure if it was one of them or a different drone. It might have been one of them. I'll see if I can find that, actually. It was very interesting to see. Trying to get some lovely cinematic shots, and all of a sudden this bird of prey just swooped in and knocked his drone completely. Yeah, we have to be careful, I suppose. But it's good. It looked like it was a toy, to be honest. But if what you're doing the kind of thing that I'm doing, which is just pissing around on YouTube, you know, I'm not trying to make Hollywood films or anything. Just getting a little bit of B-roll, a little bit of incidental footage, and a start and an end to a video or something. It's great. And if you're remotely interested in making any kind of videos, I would suggest getting one and having a mess, because they are fantastic. I'm not sponsored. I wouldn't mind if you are watching Hover Air, send me some stuff like at some prisons in the US, they train birds to intercept drones that drop contraband into the jail grounds. Yeah, they have to. Otherwise, mind you, no, a lot of jails, they're quite happy letting drugs go in because it chills people out a bit more. That would be a cool story. Golden Eagle just coming and took off with your drone. I bet you, if you went to Scotland, where we have, I think we're starting to get a decent population of golden eagles there, and I think down south on, is it near the Isle of Wight? Either on the Isle of Wight or on the south coast looking out towards the Isle of Wight. I think Springwatch did a thing down there. We've got some down there as well, golden eagles. So it'll be really interesting. Might take you to the nest and you'll see the babies. Well, that's a fantastic. Wouldn't that be superb? How long does it last though? Personal question, Mandy. I think each battery lasts about 10 minutes. But spare battery, 2 batteries fit in there, a normal USB-C charger, so you can get that plugged into the cigarette lighter, have that charging, take it out, put it in the drone, charge the other one, and by the time you finish with that, now you're not trying to get the likes of an hour and a half's worth of drone footage. It's just little tiny bits, so it's really interesting. Why is my mouth only moving on one side? Mr. SP, I've had a stroke, mate. The whole of my left-hand side stopped working. So I can walk again now. Not great, but I can. I still can't use my left hand, but I'm getting some movement in it. As you can see, it's tremoring a bit much. But I am getting there. But part of it is, to be honest, even before the stroke, I spoke slightly out of one side of my mouth anyway, because I had a very difficult birth. I'm sort of paralysed around this side of my face anyway. The muscles and the nerves are a little bit paralysed. But since the stroke, it was that side of my face and that side of my body that's affected. Harry, you once said you had your crisps stolen by a seagull. Do you know what? If you make eye contact with a seagull, they will not steal anything. They're sneaky. They'll only steal if you can't see your eyes. So stare them out and your food's safe. True story. Sorry, Mr. Speedy NL, I couldn't see that in the light. Your uncle also had a stroke. Only his arm's not working. It's funny the way it affects different people. I was in the hospital and there was a fella in the bed next to me and he didn't seem to be affected in the slightest. It was like he was in there for, I don't know, an ingrowing toenail or something. There was other people that just couldn't walk at all. I was one of them, getting hoisted in and out of bed. But I could eat. Some people were having to get fed intravenously because they couldn't swallow. I could, and I could talk. I wasn't lisping too much, or I didn't sound strokey. But obviously my face is affected. The hand's still affected. That's now 18 months after the stroke. A little bit longer than 18 months. But I can walk. If you didn't see it coming, you won't. Like I say, if you make eye contact with them, they're scared. But as soon as they notice that your head's moved and they can't see your eyes, they'll swoop in. Of course, Liverpool seagulls and Liverpool pigeons do not give a shit. They are the most bold, evil things on earth. Yeah, they can have Kirsty's crisps. There you go. Recycle. They don't give a shit about it being stale or, out of date or anything. Just give them anything. They will eat anything at all. Seth, 6 months after your dad had a stroke, he went on and scored his one and only century for his cricket club. Mate, that is fantastic. Raise your bat, mate. You must have been so proud of doing that. Getting a century when you're fully fit and healthy takes doing. To do it after you've had a stroke, man, that's incredible. Yeah, they could definitely choose better food to steal than fish and chips. But to be honest, fish and chips at the coast, that's what we eat. Mr. Speed, it is definitely a win. It took me a long time to be able to get to walk. Lots of therapy, lots of physio. But I had to. Couldn't lie in a bed for the rest of my life. I had to get up and do it. Power through the pain. And I've got to a point where I can drive. I'm in my car. I need an adaptive controller for it. But I can drive. I can go to the supermarket. I can shop for myself. I'm working full time. It's affected me, but it hasn't finished me. There's a few things I need to do. I need to keep on working on my hand because I play guitar. I'm a gamer, and you can't play guitar or game one-handed, unfortunately. But I will get there. I will definitely get there. And when I do, I will play something live on a stream, and then you can all tell me to never play again. There we go. Wobbly eyes on the back of your head. There you go. That's the kind of blue sky thinking we need in this organisation. Harvey, you're hired. You're on board. I'll give you the corner office. There you go. Funnily enough, you were the batting partner. You got 14. Mate, you didn't get 14. You scored 14 runs, but you held up your end while he got a century. Fantastic stuff. You're subscribing to see me improve. Thank you very much. That's very much appreciated. And the whole point of me doing this on this channel is to show that I have come from somewhere of very, very deep adversity, but through a little bit of hard work, a little bit of belief and positivity, I can move on, and anyone else can do. If I can do it, you can do it. If anyone's watching, if you're having dark days where you doubt that things will ever get better, don't. Just get up, push yourself, have the positivity, and look what I've done. I will continue to show the things that I'm doing now. From a hospital bed 23.5 hours a day to getting out and going for a walk, going back to the football matches, working full time, driving, doing my own shopping, doing everything that you need to do really to get by on a day-to-day basis. It's fantastic. Yeah, and also you will be sucked into the PMA community. The community that we've got is fantastic, very supportive. I've had some tough times, but with the support of the community, I've always felt like there's been a push there for me, so I've loved it. Loved every second of it. Already looking much better than last year. PMA, well, it's positive mental attitude, but it's also positive mental ashytude, which is the name of the channel, Mr. Speedy. My surname is Ashcroft, so instead of attitude, it's been ashytude. It's just a little bit of a thing for me where when I was in the hospital, and whenever the physios would come round and say, would anyone like, we've got a spare half hour, would anyone like a bit of physio? Everyone else would go, no. I'd say, yes, I want to do it. I was always positive. I think you have to be to get over an illness. That one of the nurses said that she wanted to spend more time in my company because every time she did, she went out feeling more positive. It was infectious. And if you're going to be infectious, hospital is the best place to be at. Yeah, so just to play on words for that. But this community that we've got, like I say, it's been so supportive. I don't really get down too often, but when I do, 5 minutes chatting with these guys and I'm back. I want to get out and walk again. I want to make more videos. I want to do something. I want to interact. So it's a great community to be a part of, and I am so thankful for that. If you do go back and watch some of the videos, you'll see how bad I was at the start. But with the help of people pushing me, not having a go at me, not constantly saying, get out and do this, get out and do that. Just being there, being supportive. It's been fantastic. I have moved on. Anybody can move on. Pick the right people around you. Have a little bit of faith in yourself and your own abilities. And don't believe for 1 second that you haven't got the inner strength to go out and improve constantly, because you have. Everybody has. Even people at their lowest ebb, you've got something within you. You just need to find a way of sparking that, igniting that, and you will push yourself. It's fantastic. No problem at all. It's sometimes I forget to explain sometimes because I've been doing this for such a long time now. But it has come from adversity. We will move forward, and hopefully positivity will follow in everything that we do as a community. And hopefully you'll be a good part of it, because you seem to be the right kind of person for our community. I'm delighted to have you part of it. We welcome everyone. Yeah, I don't mind Ajax fans, even though I am a FC Twente fan, of course. En je bent van Nederland. Ik kan een beetje Nederlands spreken. En we've got Hadewig, of course, who is van Nederland. Ik woonde in Nederland voor 3 jaar als een kind. I have to start practicing more, I really do. How can you go from being fluent to being utterly shit? I'll get back there. Yes. Esther's an Ajax fan. Hadewig supports Feyenoord. I'm a FC Twente fan, so we've got everyone covered in this one. We've got north, south and east covered. Eens een tukker, altijd een tukker. Loved it, absolutely loved it. Hang on. Window again, because I am absolutely boiling. Jeez, it is so warm. It is not 14 degrees Celsius, not a chance. You'll hear plenty of that. There's loads of motorbikes around today. And not like Japanese motorbikes. Proper old school Harleys and things like that. The loud ones, the very loud ones. Meneer Speedy, you have leveled up to level 1. Congratulations. That is something else I'm going to have to explain as well. I do regular live streams on a Wednesday and Sunday night. And we use something called Botrix, which keeps a track of the chat. And you get points for chatting. And then there's a leaderboard. The more time you spend watching these streams and the more time you spend chatting, the more messages you send, the higher up the league table you go. And every time somebody goes up a level, everyone joins in and saying congratulations. So, congratulations, well done. You've forgotten too much, Saf. Jesus, mate. I used to be completely fluent. But then we moved back from Netherlands in 1985, back to England, and it's the days that predate the internet. So I couldn't just get online and speak to like Hadewig or Esther or my friend Smenschede. If I could, I'd have still been speaking fluent Dutch now. Unfortunately, I've lost too much of it. But I'm trying. I'm doing Duolingo. I'm learning all about schildpadden. Duolingo seems to be absolutely obsessed with the langzame schildpad. Very strange. And the paard as well at the moment, the horses. There's horses and turtles everywhere. It is bizarre. But I'm learning, getting back. Going to be here every time I stream. Dank u wel, meneer. Thank you very much. It is Wednesday and Sunday. It'll be 9 o'clock your time. 8 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. So we look forward to seeing you, mate. What do we call you as well, by the way, Mr. Speedy? Have you got a name that you want to be called, or would you like to be called just Mr. Speedy? What should we refer to you as? I don't have much of an English accent when I speak Dutch. I used to have a Twents accent because the people who taught me spoke with a Twents dialect. I just spoke the way they spoke. Which I thought was great. I realised different parts of Netherlands, their accents sound a bit like English accents. People in Utrecht sound a bit like people from Birmingham speaking Dutch. People in Twente sound a bit like Geordies, people from Newcastle speaking Dutch. It's weird. We can call you Speedy or Mitchell, which you don't mind. Sound? We'll call you both because it's nice. But it's nice to know your real name, Mitchell. Look forward to seeing you in all the streams. We've got a very good community. You'll see that in the chat. Normally the streams last about 2 hours, so it's good to be able to chill. Dip in and out as and when you want. All the people that are in this will be in the streams as well. Very, very loyal family. They're fantastic. We learn a lot as well in the streams. There's always something we haven't learned before. We've got Kirsty, who likes to go down rabbit holes, who teaches us quite a lot. It's very, very interesting. Plus, the good thing is we've got people from different parts of Europe and Saf from South Africa, people from America, lots of different cultural things going on. It's really interesting. I love it. Yeah, split the difference. Speedy Mitchell. I like that, Speedy Mitchell. Speedy Mitchell would also, by the way, be a very good name for a schildpad on account of the fact that they're not very quick, are they? I like that. I think if I ever had one, I would call a schildpad Speedy Mitchell. There we go. You've been welcomed in. As soon as you've got a nickname, you've been welcomed in. We know that. Bloody hell, this is so warm. 10 to 4. Well, I will go and do a walk. I'll go and do a stroke walk. See if I can get some pictures of flowers. I also need a cup of tea because I am English, obviously. And we survive on sarcasm and tea. I've got loads of one at the moment and none of the other. But I'll go and charge my drone. Get my GoPro out. Ooh, matron. And yeah, I think I'm gonna shoot back now, have a cup of tea, and I'm gonna go for a walk. Does that sound like an interesting thing to watch? I might put up as a video rather than a live walk though, because to do it on the GoPro, I'd have to start messing around with settings, and I don't know. I don't really want to be carrying my phone around when I've got the GoPro on the dickhead stick. I can use that instead. It's much better. I'll put it up as a video, but I will find a way of connecting the GoPro to the phone so I can live stream it, and I will do that at some point. And I need to go and get diesel. I'm low on diesel, man. My diesel's low. Go and sort your diesel, lad. Yeah, so diesel and tea. A lovely, lovely combination. But for now, that was a very, very unexpected hour in some fantastic company. Thank you as always, Mandy, Kirsty, Harry, Saf. Thank you very much for always being there. Speedy Mitchell, thank you very much for turning up and joining the community. Lisa, if you are still around or you're looking back at this, thank you very much for being here as well. And I will see you later on. Oh, by the way, Mitchell, be prepared for the streams also to have other people and characters involved. I don't want to come as a shock to you. There is other stuff that happens during the streams. Yeah, we will get there. Try not to get people mixed up, yeah. But thank you very much, and I will see you fairly soon. Keep an eye out. I might try and get the video put out later on tonight, because I haven't put a video out for ages, and the algorithm is starting to get a bit annoyed, I think. But thank you. Dankjewel. See you later, la. How do I turn this bloody thing off? Oh, that's